A History of Southern Missouri and Northern Arkansas by William Monks, published in 1907. The Testing of Loyal Hearts, number 14. Small bunches of rebel troops came in from Arkansas and joined the bands that were raiding the country, and the Union men were hunted like wild beasts. Then set in the darkest day that ever any class of patriots true to their government had to confront. The author remembers well when the Union men would meet together that they took the proposition made by McBride into consideration, and it was discussed pro and con. Some men would say, "While I am a Union man and for the government, all that I have in the world is here in Howell County. My little home, my property, and above all, my wife and children. They have promised us protection, provided we will join the rebel army. Had we not better accept the proposition and wait for results?" Others would arise, with tears dripping from their eyes, and remark that this state of affairs is hard indeed. Can I afford to abandon my wife and children that I love so well, and leave them unprotected in the midst of an open state of war, at the mercy of a mad and distracted people, who are thirsting for the loyal blood of the nation, and be alienated from them, perhaps never more to see them? Others would arise and remark that we have seen this danger coming for months, and we are satisfied that the worst is not to come. And I know that I love my wife, my family, and my little children as I love my own heart. I love to meet them around my fireside and enjoy their sweet company, and I have delighted in laboring to furnish them food and raiment and shelter while they were growing into manhood and womanhood. But I have read that my highest duty was to God, and my second duty was to my country. And the organic law of the nation requires at my hands that whenever it becomes necessary to preserve my government, that I owe it to my life, my honor, and the welfare of my family. And the trying ordeal is now at hand, and I don't know what the final result will be. If I am forced away from my family, I know they will be left at the mercy of an intolerant and unrelenting enemy. But I now and here lay my life, my family, my property, and my future happiness upon the altar of my country, and let come what will, weal or woe, I intend with all my feeble effort to defend the Stars and Stripes, and stand up openly and courageously in defense of and for the preservation of the Union. That proposition prevailed and was unanimously adopted by the Union men. At this time there was no government aid in reach of these loyal hearts that were controlled by nothing but love of country. Uncle Sam could do nothing for them. They were completely surrounded in an enemy's country, and while they, the men, with what arms they had preserved, could by strategy evade the arrest and slaughter of themselves, their families were completely at the mercy of a mad and howling mob, thirsting for the blood of Union men. While the loyal men in the North were enlisting in the interest of their country, Uncle Sam paid them $13 per month, clothed them, and their families were left in the care of friends. They knew nothing about the war except what they read, but not so with the Union men who were surrounded in an enemy's country. They, without a single word of protection or comfort from the government for themselves or their families, but their love and devotion to their country led them to furnish themselves, to leave their families as best they could at the mercy of a howling mob for the defense of their country.